I'm in a bikini, dude.
Hey, the viewership should be going up. If you're not already subscribed, hey, you might get random bikini content. Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms on what I believe is going to be a blisteringly hot Saturday in West Tennessee. Yeah, it's hot. It's summer though. It's supposed to be hot. We kind of signed up for this whenever we chose to live in the Mid-South. We know it's hot. We know it's humid when it's late June. So, but kind of as a reflection of it, it is 8:48. I don't know what the temperature is. These cows, you will not find a single cow out grazing except where there's shade, which just as I was kind of riding up here, yeah, I must have a cow in heat. We got two bulls down there with their stingers out and both kind of fighting each other. But yeah, not too big of a deal on the cow herd. You know, they obviously they have to eat grass. You know, they're in the process of getting bred. We got calves that are growing. But especially up the road we're about to ride to, those calves, those stocker heifers that we've got, the money we make on them is basically all based on the pounds they gain from the day we buy them until the day we sell them. And that's all about turning this grass into pounds, into beef. And so yeah, you just kind of wonder on days like this how much weight are they actually gaining if they aren't doing a lot of grazing. You know, basically between the hours of 9 and probably, well gosh, I don't know, maybe from 9 to 9. Sunset is 8:17. I bet, I don't know, at 7, 8 o'clock tonight it's still going to be, you know, well over 90 degrees. But anyway, it's not complaining about the weather, but discussing the weather. The don't discuss the weather guy, man, he is, if he's still hanging around at this point, he is really mad at me. But we got a lot of other things to do today. I did take the opportunity to sleep in. Our baseball season, T-ball, ended last night. Yeah, we did not play real well this last weekend. Played much better weekend before. But anyway, so that did free up our Saturday quite a bit. We could have potentially been playing until about noon today, which would have been really hot. But we're gonna go check on that other group of calves and I hope knock out a little bit of pasture clipping we got left. So yeah, that Brahma cross heifer down there that you can't really see because the bulls are blocking you. Yeah, she's the one in heat. That's the F1 Brangus and the Angus bull, both after her. I do need to lay eyes on the other bull. Be sure he's in good shape. All right, put a little feed out for these heifers. They're making their way up. I feel like I say this all the time, but down here later than usual. And when I say later than usual, on a normal weekday, I'm down here really early because I have to get back home, get showered, and get ready for work. While we're waiting on them to make their way up here, somebody commented on the last video, you know, why are you clipping those pastures? Why don't you cut it for hay or just let the cows keep grazing it? And of course we are. I mean, I'm literally gonna be clipping right out here where the cows are. So really all we're doing, we're trying to knock down the weeds, which right here where I stand, there's not really too many, but we got a thistle there. We got a bunch of thistles kind of scattered out. Got these blackberry bushes, got a bunch of multiflora rose bushes. Not as bad in this pasture, but then this fescue has headed out. That's seed head. Seed head and that stem that it's on offers no feed value. And so we got the mower raised up and made a couple of passes over here. You can see we're not even clipping the grass. There's a bunch of Bermuda there. There's some fescue. I mean, I got the mower raised up high enough. We're clipping very little, if any, of actual, you know, again, the forage, the leaf off that fescue. Maybe a little in a few spots, but kind of want to knock those seed heads off. You know, once the plant goes to seed, you know, it's like, I guess, any other living thing. It's trying to reproduce. We don't really need it to though. We've got grass well established out here. We just want the leaf. So it's just kind of resetting that too. Those seed heads can be irritating to their eyes and whatnot. But yeah, we're not, and if we came in here and cut this for hay, one, it wouldn't be just a whole lot of hay because, You know, I've been grazing it pretty hard. But yeah, I want them to do the work. That's the whole advantage of grazing it versus haying it. I'm not spending fuel, time, and wear and tear on equipment. I'm letting these ladies do all the work. We'll try to get a head count on them. That was a brief discussion, kind of explanation of why we manage our pastures with clipping. Last few stragglers coming up right there. Yeah, we've got a pretty diverse, you know, array of grasses out here. See, well, I just walked through a bunch of Dallas grass. That's another thing, you know, the Dallas grass, on the head of it, it can have a toxic component to it. And so knocking the seed heads off of that is also beneficial for that reason. A lot of people, you know about that toxicity, and they really don't like Dallas grass. But Dallas grass is otherwise a pretty good forage, pretty good warm season forage. And it typically does really well in our environment. Crabgrass, Dallas grass, some things that can, in certain settings, like in your yard, you know, most of us consider crabgrass a nuisance, but excellent forage, and it grows like crazy in our hot, humid summers. But yeah, a little thistle there. The other thing we're gonna do, yeah, I don't know when we're gonna do it, because pretty much we're gonna need to start cutting hay as soon as we get done with this. We could have cut some hay today or tomorrow, but there's just a touch of rain in the forecast, and that hay's not just over mature. It won't hurt it to wait another week or so. But need to get a sprayer on the back of the side by side and start coming around, especially like on that hillside there. A lot of thistles in spots and whatnot, and yeah, just don't want them going to seed, because then you've got you know 10 times as many next year. But yeah, there was a little multiple rows we clipped off. But anyway, all right, enough boring you with all the gory details of how and why and our strategy behind our clipping. Get on this tractor. Oh, it's 9:30 now. Hopefully we're done by 12:30 to 1. We'll see. Y'all can see if I'm a very good estimate. I'm figuring about 3 hours to be done. Got this one pasture or field that we're in right here, and then one smaller one over the hillside there that's pretty rough ground, but we need to get over it too. My goodness. Let's sit here and let the tractor warm up, cool down, whatever you want to say. Let the cab cool down for a second. It is 9:33 a.m. Feels like 97. Woo-wee, buddy. Excessive heat warning. So, heat index up to 110. So it'll be warm. Actually, the other night when we were at the ball game, the national championship game on Monday night, which was 6 p.m. Central Time there in Omaha, the heat index was 113 when I checked my phone. I think by the time we got to first pitch, I think they officially said it was 112. It had dropped a whole degree, and still, by the time that game ended, the feels like was still over 100. So, you ever seen a heat wave? People act like, oh my God, global warming. I mean, you can go back, it's been that warm, you know, 20, 30 years ago, there was, you know, heat waves. It was really pleasant middle of this week. We had, well, I guess it was Wednesday, and we had that front move through and got some rain. It was 83 was our high. That was unreal. Anyway, again, this is a weather heavy episode. Yeah, again, apologies to the don't talk about the weather guy. Sorry, man, he's having a bad day. Bad day to be him. Yeah, and these calves are gonna do just like the ones at home. There's some thistles, bite the dust. Boom, that's rewarding. Yeah, they're immediately leaving the feed bunks, coming right over here into the shade, which, I mean, they're not dumb, and I don't expect them to stand right out there. But yeah, what, I don't know, worry's not the right word, but what's frustrating is that you're here in just a bit, the sun's gonna be straight up overhead. They're just gonna be laying in the shade for most of the day. You know, they may get up, venture out, you know, and do a little you know, picking around, grazing here and there, but for the most part, you know, better get out of the way. Yeah, they're gonna be more interested in staying cool than keeping their bellies full. But it just is what it is. Yeah, we got basically all this pasture left, and then just a little one right over there. Just glad to have good working air conditioning. Knock on wood. Don't want to say anything and jinx us and have our air go out, because this is one of those days where you just have to quit. That or take a hammer to these glasses, and I don't think I'm willing to do that quite yet. Right here in this last little pasture, it's rough ground, which most of this farm is pretty rough. That's why it's in pasture and not growing corn or cotton or any other major crops in our area. But I was going to just point out, got the other camera doing a time lapse. Most of our pasture is not this grown up. I'm sure somebody's gonna see that, like, oh my God. But yeah, this, when we first bought this place, first year we didn't even graze this pasture. It was really grown up, even worse than it is now. We actually cleaned it up a little bit with the dozer, a bunch of little saplings and whatnot. But we'll get this finished. It's just now 11:30. I'm actually, I would estimate only about an hour left. We're gonna be done a little quicker than we thought. I hate to say that, because now we're gonna have a breakdown, I'm worried. But we're on track to be done earlier than we thought. All right, back home, go through my routine of grabbing coffee cup, cameras, earbuds, because the radio doesn't work on this tractor, all my junk. And undoubtedly I probably left something in there. But as you can see, I should shout out my friends over at Ag Gear, wearing the Farm Pro style shirt. Perfect shirt for a day like today when our current field light temperature is 107. Yeah, nice and balmy out here. Of course, I've been in that nice tractor cab most of the day. Definitely had to get out and do a few things and broken a sweat a few times. But now's when I get to really break a sweat, apparently. My wife has a project for us that we're gonna hop on the other tractor and I'll show you what we got going on. So what we have here is a little household landscaping project. We put in a pool back, I guess really they started during the winter. Actually had a pretty good winter for it. It was relatively dry there in December. Mother-in-law's in town, so she and my wife and the kids went to local landscaping nursery or whatnot. We put a lot of rock around, you know, and flower beds and all around the pool. I didn't know they were planning on bringing it home, or I would have probably sent them in the farm truck and not a basically brand new one. But it's on pallets there. As long as I can do some precise forklift work with the tractor, we should be in good shape. But yeah, we'll see if I don't know how they got that pallet in there without moving the ball. Maybe they took the ball out and just put it back. I don't know. But I'm gonna go get the boss and have her instruct me where she wants these things moved. Of course, I mentioned my Ag Gear shirt, how cool it's gonna keep me despite these temperatures. And I left off the most important part. You go to aggearstore.com. I'll get my ratchet strap off here. Use the discount code HURRICANE. Take 15% off your order. Can't beat it. Great gear. Here comes the boss. She's gonna guide me. And sure think you're gonna have me doing a project and I wasn't gonna make some content out of it?
Yeah, I'm in a bikini, dude.
Hey, the viewership should be going up. If you're not already subscribed, hey, you might get random bikini content.
Got a project at home. We're working on the pool. So he is gonna bring that pallet around here because we are trying to fill all this around this fire pit and pool with all that rock. So he's gonna bring it around this one done. Oh. We just broke the pallet a little bit. It's all right. Okay. We're gonna try to get some things planted. We have some yucca plants that we're gonna plant. And we got some rock. We already put our paper down. So we're gonna make a nice little pathway, stone pathway here to go into the garage. And then we're gonna put all that, try to get a little bit of this done today. In between swim breaks because it's too hot to do anything else.
So now I guess we're gonna get started on putting some plants in the ground and spreading a little rock around. The kids over here are absolutely a huge help.
Hey, you'll be excited. This rock right here came out of the Tennessee River.
Okay.
Tennessee River rock. Tennessee River rock.
Tennessee River rock. So a very volunteer state theme to the whole project. But yeah, complete with kids fighting as they swim. The joys of summer. Pool break.
I'm gonna go.
You go first, they was. It is hotter than yeah, I don't know. 2 rats procreating inside of a wool sock. Try to keep us family friendly, but yeah, got a little pasture clip. Got finished on the farm up the road. Need to do our creek bottom pastures here, and then over on the neighbor's place. That shouldn't take too terribly long. Not even half the acreage that we had to cover up the road, but need to do a little more cleaning up. We got a river rock spread pretty good over here. She's gonna plant some stuff along that stone wall and then right over there. So this area mostly done. Do the same thing here. Gotta do a little more dirt work back here behind the house for drainage purposes. Then we'll have the same thing there. So we figured that was a pallet and 2/3. You know, we got a little out there. That sprinkler's going on the side. I'm figuring on at least 4 more pallets, which I think you say a pallet was a ton.
Yeah.
So
Pallet was a ton.
So that was.
So then you got to do it all back here.
I bet we spread between 300 and 3,500 pounds worth of rock. I figure we're gonna need probably another 6,000 to 8,000 pounds to get done. But yeah, a few more plants to go, and yeah, a good bit more rock. Yeah, I just can't pull the tractor up here because I don't want to run over that side. So I think what we're gonna do is take the rock, kind of put it a bed full in the back of the Pioneer. I can drive the Pioneer around the house back here. Whatever, y'all may get to see some of that. We don't do many home improvement projects on the channel. It's a farming channel.
I kind of like the creativity side. So it even though it's hotter than Hades out here, but it's just the creativity which I enjoy to do, and it's something I created and did.
Yeah.
And designed. So.
And we document a little bit of it here on the Hurricane Creek Farms channel. But yeah, I got to thank you. Hey, what do we got out here today? We got bikinis, we got cold beer, and of course, we've got beef. Got some big old T-bones to throw on the steak tonight. So beef, beer, and bikinis. What more could a man ask for? You know, the kids aren't too bad either when they're not bickering and fighting. But I've rambled on long enough at the end of the video. We appreciate y'all watching. Check back with us. We're gonna be cutting some hay here real soon. Today is Saturday. Probably not this next week. We got the 4th of July Independence on Thursday. I'm off kind of the end of the week for that. Got some friends coming in town, so we probably won't be on a tractor then. Maybe by next weekend though, we will be. But hey, it's the end of the video, kids. Hey, it's the end of the video. What do y'all say? That's right, they said it best. See y'all next time.